Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another monthly update. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody for Indie Film Cafe, and I'm here with.
Polly Presenta, otherwise known as the Moo Cow Moo.
And sometimes I have Paul, and sometimes I'm not lucky enough to have Paul, on this show, but on this update. And Paul doesn't have a lot of his stuff to talk about, but
Some,
we've got Indie Film Cafe that we're always going to be doing for every month.
sometimes Paul's sleeping because he's old.
Yeah, but we have was it the Indie Film Cafe itself, so that's one thing that's definitely now let me look at the schedule of um schedule for the ones coming out. Um let's see. Okay. So we got Indie Film Cafe still for month of February we still got for podcasts Hooked on Hitchcock. So that is still happening. Throwback Thursdays are still happening. Um, let's see. Horror Film Lovers begins in February, so begins next season. With me and we already recorded it. It is Scary Story Slumber Party. So that's I got to review my own. Well, it's not really a review. It was more like a chat about, or whatever. So a horror film lovers chat. Um, so it's kind of nice. We had done Bloody Summer Camp before. And then let's see. 80s horror films is still happening. 90s horror films returns. Um, and then let's see, is that's already returned. Um, it's Hollywood Boulevard podcast, I think, returns in March, so not in February. Um, Hollywood Knockbusters has returned, so that's good. And I think Indie Corner Radio as well for podcasts. Now I think we still got a Forgotten Horror Classic we haven't put up yet. I keep
Oh yeah, I gotta send it.
reminding Paul, but he needs to send it to me.
Yeah, I keep
Um,
forgetting.
yeah. But as soon as you do that, I'll get it ready for February. So hopefully that'll come out in February. Then we can maybe record a new one for March. You
That would
know.
be great.
Um with Sexploitation Sleazecast isn't happening right now yet, and that might not happen
Yeah,
till
that
their
that's
summer.
on indefinite hold for the moment.
Yeah, so
I got lots of movies, but my co-host, we got to find a time for her, or find another co-host, or find another combination of co-hosts, or
you could
something.
do what I did with her, which was get other special guests for the time being, until she's able to come back.
Hmm.
And everything. What I do, because I love Rebecca and she's very, very busy. She's a very busy woman. So what I will do is I'll message her and I'll say, hey, do you want to come on like Wednesday to do, that? And she'll be like, yes or no, you know, and she'll say yes or no. And I said, okay. If she says no, I'll say, well, do you mind if I find us a special guest, And if she doesn't mind, I go and find us a special guest. If she says yes, she'll come on, generally. But yeah. Frights the Round Table may still be coming out, but it won't be till like later this year. And I want to bring back another season of Brain Burrows with Mark T.
Oh yeah, that
Valinsky.
would be great.
If I can get him to just send me a bunch of those, that'd be great. So, but aside from that, those are all the podcasts, I believe. Um, yeah, that's all the podcasts. So, vidcasts, Indie Corner Radio, Docs That Rock. We still need to get a episode of that. Coming up. I think that won't be later. Then Quick Review Thursday comes back in March, so
Yay.
that's coming back. We got just you and I need to record. I would like to do one where we record it like sort of back to back, the first two that month, and then after
Mhm.
that we can figure out, days that we can do it. And I think it's fun because there's most of the time it's just me doing mine and then us doing yours, or sometimes it's just you doing yours, like I do mine. But and sometimes it's both of us. So
Mhm.
um then there's Indie Film Cafe Spotlight needs to continue at some point, but probably won't till March. Just because we're so busy with we're trying to get a bunch of the indie film cafes just done so we don't have to, we have them banked and everything. But yeah, so Indie Film Cafe Spotlight and Reviews After Midnight. John said he's sending me that his one for February, so
That's
that
good.
one's coming out. It's also good. Also, just like Brain Burrows or whatever, if you guys have a podcast that's film centered or whatever, and you'd like to bring it on our show, please do. We would love that.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah. Man Eaters will return in March. I have it written down as Blue Cheese will come back in March. I don't think that will necessarily. Um, that's a you thing.
Mhm.
That's your show. So if you want to bring that back at some point, let me know.
At some point, it would be nice.
Yeah, probably not in March. I'm probably gonna push that to maybe
Probably
fall,
summer.
summer, fall. Let's see. Film Freaks TV is still going strong. Criterion Watch still going strong. Um, we gotta record 80s action films at some point, but I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna do that with you or just do that with somebody else. So I know it's something that you might be okay with some of them, but like most of them you won't really care
Yeah, yeah.
about, or whatever. That's
Plus,
not
I
your.
really don't have a whole lot of time to get
Yeah.
into too many movies.
Yeah. Um,
Once in a while, maybe.
yeah. Just kind of like you do with all the other shows. You kind of just pop in as a special guest for like
Sure.
Hollywood Knockbusters. We did Mallrats with you, but you don't do that most of the time. So, and then let's see. The mainstream is back, so that was fun. We did Karate Kid, to start with, and then I'm gonna do Karate Kid 2 with Joe at some point. Joe Turk. And then What the Fuck Fridays. Always classic show.
Oh yeah.
We just did Tusk, so we'll see if we have.
There's one out there that hasn't been released on physical media yet that I'm dying to get my hands on. It's called Sasquatch Sunset, and
But have you
yeah,
seen it or?
no, 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 but I know it by its reputation. It's supposed to be one of the weirdest movies to come out. I think it came out last year, so can't
Squash
wait to
Sunset.
get my hands on it.
Get your little hooves on that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Short film Saturdays. We're still doing those. We still need to do some more because we're caught up on February. Like February is all we've got so far, so we need to record a couple more short film Saturdays. But
Hmm.
that's easy to do. I mean, as long as we can just do four more, we'll have 2 more months. So.
Sure.
And then let's see. And then Shark Attack Sundays. So the talk was to do it possibly in like March or later, but before summer, just to get a bunch of them done, like
Mhm.
once a month. So we'll see. We'll see what we'll do. But what we'll do with Paul is we'll do Paul's. Paul will have his own, but most of the other times Paul won't be able to do all, whatever it is, 8 of them, I guess there are, and so you'll be able to do his two and maybe one or two other ones, but
God, I
right.
know I picked some, but I forgot completely what they are.
I think I can find them. I think I wrote them down. I want to hope that I wrote everyone's down. Let me see. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I will see if I Shark Attack Sundays. Season 4. Uh, oh God, no, I did not write it down. I
Mm,
just said Madeline, John Ward, Paul.
there
Oh
you go.
boy. All right. Well, I'll find. I'm sure they're in our chat somewhere. so I can just search for them. All right. And I think I want to say that's it. Um, for all the shows and stuff for right now. I mean, if there comes to be another show or another podcast, another video or whatever we'll do. I mean, been doing these updates. We've been doing. That's about it. Like, I mean, if something happens, we interview somebody that's not part of Indie Film Cafe Spotlight. We put it up,
Mhm.
everything. So
And we're still having our buddy come down Sunday, right?
yes,
Okay.
so we're still recording Sunday. So that'll be your that'll be your podcast.
Okay.
So um, as far as I know, he hasn't said anything yet, saying he can't make it. So, um, that's the wonderful thing about these podcasts, it's just you never know if somebody
Right.
can make it or not.
Right.
But hopefully they can. Hopefully everybody, so far we've had a pretty good show. Like I think we're up to like June, honestly. So, and this is only February. We're already up to June. I think what you
So thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yeah, we just want to get everything done so that, by the end of by the summer, we can actually hang out and have a good time or whatever.
Watch
You know.
baseball, work on my garden,
Yeah, things
do
like
other
that.
things.
But, we'll see how things go. But anyway, everybody, thank you guys for checking this little video out. I'm gonna be doing one solo for Blu-ray Hunter and also for horror film lovers. So, those are some ones that I'm really looking forward to, and I just love that getting us this stuff out there. So thank you, Paul, and thank you guys so much. Join us for the rest of the podcast and there'll be links to all of that stuff. So if you want to check out the podcast or our website or our Patreon, we're still doing Patreon onlys every month. We just did one for me. We'll be doing one for Paul coming up, and I have no idea what he has planned for you guys on the Patreon. But trust me, Paul always finds the the weirdest popular crap. Like Star Wars Holiday Special. You're not going to hear that on Indie Film Cafe itself,
Mm.
you know. And I think we did one year we did like Welcome to Fun at Balloon Land or whatever, things like that. So just definitely check it out and let us know what you guys think of these things and check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Indie Film Cafe for more
All right.
information.
Sounds
All
good.
right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.